Hey, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just using these two colours to create a deep sea green. Pretty much the Incubi Darkness, my citadel. And I'm just placing the first highlights onto the model now. A lot of the footage was quite blurry and not very good, so I'll do my best just to sort of like show you the model and where the lights are. Also, if you check out my Abaddon tutorial, I do a lot better job at capturing the steps. Just going to add this marine mist to the same mix, so we're just stepping up the value slightly, and we're just trying to catch like the top bits of where we highlighted. I'm just going to be using this colour for the first layers of his cape. And yeah, we're trying to give it like a good coating. It's okay to let some of the black burn through in like the deeper recesses and shadowed areas. And yeah, just it helps give it a lot of contrast, and we'll be like stepping up the values. So that's the first layer on him. As you can see, there's like some of the darker shadows of the black burning through. We're stepping up the values of this colour, and we're just aiming mostly at where the previous colour was, but trying to stay within the borders of it. Cool, and that's what it looks like, just that next colour on. Stepping up again with the pure red. Covering less surface area, again just trying to stay within the borders of the previous colours. Just every time we're stepping up the value, we're just covering a smaller and smaller surface area. Just a quick look at it, just to see if we're happy, or if we need to add more, or maybe want to put some shadow back in. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm just going to try and add just a little bit more pure red, just to get it to pop just slightly more. And yeah, I think you can see that just the extra bit of red, it is definitely like just popping just that little bit more than it was. Okay, so we're just using these colours now. And yeah, we're basically doing sort of like a classic heavy metal style, but more like scruffy. So we're going inside all of the lines of the trim, but we're only doing it where the light's hitting it the most, so where we placed our first highlights. And this will help give it like a metallic gleam, and also just help outline all of the cool bits. And I'm just going to be using this to do like an old gold, and I'll be doing like my sort of scruffy metallic, like the true metallic metal style, just so it just gives it more of an old look instead of it being like brand new and polished. So yeah, kind of like just scrubbing the paint on. It's almost like dry brushing, but I think they call it over brushing, where it's like the paint's still moist and it comes off the brush easily, but we're just making it so it's like patchy. So yeah, lots of tapping and sort of scrubbing. And there's like where you can see it's leaving like some of the black gaps and giving it nice contrast. And yeah, it just gives it more of a old look to it. So yeah, it's just that bit. And then that's what he's like with all of the gold bits done. So yeah, looking really cool. There's plenty of trim on him and all of the stuff on his cape, so just take your time and be super patient. And then just going to do the same thing, but with just the normal silvery gold. Again, doing like the overbrushy thing on his claw, so leaving some of the black just so it just looks like worn and scruffy, not just like a brand new claw. And I'm just going to be using all of these colours for his wolf pelt. Again, we've just been like super scruffy, just getting it like smushed on there. We like wet blending between the colours as well. And yeah, we want it to be sort of like patchy and scruffy, just because that's what like an actual organic material would look like. So yeah, just again, if you put too much on, you can like go back to the previous colour and give it a smush around. Just give it a good sort of wet blend. Just give me a quick look at the progression so far. And then yeah, just darkening up some of the areas where the light won't be catching it as much. And now this is still, again, like not a dry brush, but like more of an overbrush. And again, we're just sort of being scruffy and like just tapping on different colours and just making it look more organic-y and fur-like. And just catching some of the most raised bits. And yeah, just giving it a bit of cool like interest. So yeah, looking cool. I'm just going to be using these for all of some like little skull bits. Again, more of that sort of textured, scruffy style. And sort of like, again, like wet blending it and just smushing them together. And yeah, just put on a bit of this wash. Let it sink into the recesses and sort of homogenise the colours. I'm just going to be using this over like the faces, just to show that it's not fully, I don't know, decayed into just a skull yet. And then just adding some of this Carver Crimson on, just to get it into the recesses, just so it looks like sore and rotten. I'm just using these colours for all his like leathery, tassely bits. Again, just like the textured style, just tapping it on and then gradually building up the colours, just covering like a smaller surface area each time, just to make it like pop and look more textured. Yeah, I'm just going to be using these colours to do his face. Starting from the darkest and gradually building up. Again, lots of like texture and sort of like textured wet blending. I guess it's like stippling. And yeah, we're doing it more sort of textured because we want him to look like worn and weathered and like he's actually been in battle. So yeah, just as you go up brighter, just catch less and less surface area like we've done with all the other layers. And yeah, as it gets brighter, we're just going for like the most important detail, like his frontal facial features. Yeah, he's looking really cool. I'm well pleased with him so far. And we're just going to do like a slight OSL, same thing as like what we did with Abaddon. And just got like a little red glow coming from within his armour and up onto his face. And yeah, if you do it basically the same as you did the face and sort of textured it from the top, but with this we're going to texture it from the bottom to catch all of the bottom features of his face. And yeah, just work it around the armour, just to make it more obvious that it's a OSL. And then yeah, build it up gradually, adding some of the orange and the yellow, and just yeah, hitting less and less of the surface. and then she's going to be using the same colours plus these colours to do all of the eyes. So if you do the darkest, the red, and then as you work your way towards the sort of pupil of the eye, doing the orange and the yellow, and then the actual pupil will have this black, and then just a tiny white dot off center to the top right or the top left, whichever you prefer, just to give it like the shine and make it slightly realistic looking. But yeah, take your time with all of these steps. You can always go back to the previous step if you've added too much or you're not keen on it. There's nothing wrong with just blackening an area in and starting again either. So yeah, here he is with all the eyes done. Very cool. And that brings us to the end of the tutorial. I hope you had fun, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya. Hey, so I'd just like to take this opportunity to let you know about my Spotify. If you go into my description, I do have a link down to it. It doesn't show up as a link. I guess you need to be partnered or affiliated with YouTube to have actual links. But yeah, if you just copy and paste it into your web browser, it will take you to my Spotify. There is an actual link as well in my in like the about me or bio part of my YouTube page as well. Or failing that, if you have a Spotify account, you just open it up and search for Blackpill. You should find me. You'll recognise my little symbol. And yeah, if you just want to check out the sort of music and other things I do other than painting models, yeah, it could be interesting for you. So yeah, with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.